Back to Good Morning San Diego. United Way of San Diego County has teamed up with SDG&E to help residents impacted by the January floods. Joining me to talk more about the aid being provided is United Way CEO Nancy Sasaki. Nancy.
Hi.
Good to talk to you again.
Good to talk to you again, too.
Unfortunately, this topic, it's not good to be talking about this again because it was back in January. You'd think we'd be well on our way to having everybody back to whole, but we're not.
We would love to see that, but we're not. I'm actually appalled that we are still talking about still needing to do muck outs, what are called muck outs, just getting the mud out of houses, but also just some of the homes that need appliances and furniture.
That should have been, you would think that would have been. First of all, let's start with the basics. United Way, what does United Way do?
United Way is working in partnership with others to ensure that children, families, young people all have the sources that they need in order to achieve economical success and well as educational success.
And you are an example of the power of relationships because people trust you. So when you go and say, hey, I need money for this cause, they know that money is going to be well spent.
Absolutely. We have really strong partnerships with a lot of people and organizations in the community that are very generous and want to give back to the community, but also want to make sure that the money goes to the right places.
Partnerships like SDG&E, which kicked in 180 grand, no significant amount of money, and it's your job to take that money and
listen to the community and find out where the needs are, listen to SDG&E and find out what they want to be supporting, and then find the organizations that are going to be the best ones for us to distribute that money to.
And who did you find that you felt deserved that money?
We talked to several organizations, and actually they came together to tell us in a group about what the needs were, and so we distributed half of that money to the Harvey Family Foundation, as well as half of that money to VOAD, which are volunteers that are assisting in disasters.
And the goal is to make sure as much of that money gets to people in need as opposed to somehow disappearing out the back door, right?
Well, you know, that's what you really want to do when you're listening to the community is find those organizations that are really working with the people in the field, you know, doing that work on the ground so that you know your money's going for that. This money was really dedicated for appliances, for furniture, for fixtures, for flooring, just those kinds of things that they need to build the house.
Try to make as many people whole as possible. But the problem is we got over 1,000 people that pretty much got wiped out by these floods, millions of dollars of damage. And while I do not want to poo-poo 180 grand, it's a significant sum of money. It's a drop in the bucket, is it not?
It is a drop in the bucket, but it helps some of the families. And it helps some of the families who may not be eligible for any of the other funds that are going to be made available to fix these homes. So that's what we're really proud of, is that we were able to find where that next gap was, those that won't be eligible for additional funds.
And when organizations like SDG&E see the success that you have as far as distributing the money, does it make it easier the next time around when you go to ask for money?
It does, definitely makes it easier because we've built that relationship. We know the trust. They know that we're going to get it into the community as quickly as possible. They know that they can trust us to distribute funds that they have available.
So what's the next goal now? I mean, I assume you're not going to leave the flooding victims, or there's still work to be done, right?
There is still work to be done. I am still talking to other philanthropists and people who give about the need that's in the community, but there are others that are really stepping up to do that work as well.
And for people who don't want to wait for you to call on them, how do they reach you?
They can always reach us at UWSD.org. They can always call on our telephone line as well.
Because we'd like to at least get the flood victims taken care of before the next rainy season, right?
Well, we're already into August. It's amazing that we still have that need.
All right, well, we appreciate you making time for KUSI, and
absolutely,
you're doing angels work, and for everybody who's touched by that, thank you, 1,000 thank you.
Thank you so much.